Hello guys, welcome to another video of Future Innovators. So today we are going to learn about um yeah today we are going to learn about another function called the not function. Today we are going to learn about functions. So let's get started with the JavaScript functions. And yeah, so let's move ahead. Okay, now here's our HTML document, and here's our main.js document, main.js file. So here last time we had learned about some variables. We had learned about some console log functions, yes, console log methods, and the console log all the features that are available in it. So actually there's no part 2. This is not the part 2, guys, because actually all that I showed you is that is needed on the console log and the storage one and the other short things which I have shown you, the elements tab and then the source tab, all that. So let's get started moving ahead. Yeah, so today we are going to learn about function, uh, and we are going to learn about comments also. So comment is nothing but one line of code which helps us to understand our code, which reminds us of our code and helps us to navigate our code, and also helps us to understand what we have written. And so the syntax of the code is like this, the comment code. So to write a comment we have to give the double slashes, and then write the note which we want to display. So today we are going to learn about functions. So today we are going to learn about functions. So now I'm writing learning functions. So I have typed learning functions here, and as you can see, this is actually like a note which the browser and the interpreter excludes. So this is just a note for other programmers as well as ourselves, so that we and the other programmers may understand what the code is about and what is going on. So a function, now let me tell you the a function's definition. So function is nothing but a block of code that can be reused whenever it's called. So whenever the function is called or invoked, then it will execute that current block of code which we have defined. For example, inside a function, if we have created a console log, statement inside, and we call that function or we invoke it or we want to use it and we use it, so it will print out the console log, whatever the message is inside the message, or any string, text, or any other variable type. So yeah, you just have to invoke the function, invoking the function and calling the function. Now I will show you. So to use it, it is called using. You can also say invoke or call, or you can say use. So to use it, so we will write this statement called, we will write this code block of, we'll write this statement like this, function, and then the name of the function. So I will call logging in console. So the comment is showing that we are learning functions, and then the code shows us that we are creating a function. So, and then put brackets, two brackets here like this. So we have successfully created our function structure. We have created the function code, and here the code goes. So whatever we want to run whenever we call this function or use it will be the output will be there. The output of whatever the code is in here will be executed. The code will be executed. So for example, I will write a console log function which says hello world. So I will write here console log. So I will write console log, and then I will give hello world. So I will give hello world, and now this function contains this block of code. This function contains the hello world statement, which when we use it or when we call it will display hello world in the console. Now let's save it and then view it in the browser. Let me close this one. View it with the live server. So it's opening. Yeah, as you can see in the console window here, nothing is happening in the console window. Now why is this? Because we have not yet called the function, or we have not yet used it. So now we are going to learn about how to use it. Let's come back to our JavaScript file, and now we have just defined this function, guys. We have not called it, or we have not used it. So to use it we have to just write the function name, which is logging in console. We have to just write this function name, exact spelling and everything, and then the two brackets included. If you don't write the two brackets, it will consider it as a variable, and we don't want it to consider it like that. So we'll write this name with the correct spelling and even the double brackets included. So let's copy it just for simplicity, just to make the work easier, and then paste it in the last line here. So we just have to write the correct spelling of the function and then include it with the brackets, double round brackets. So again let's save it, and then now the hello world console message will be displayed. So as you can see, the hello world message has been displayed here. Yeah, the hello world message has been displayed here. So we have successfully displayed it, and now let's close it. Okay, so now we have closed it. So I just wanted to tell you that the function is nothing but a block of code which we write like this in this structure, in this skeleton coding syntax, which helps us to reuse the code inside this block for whatever purpose we want. So if you create a function for, let's say, saving data to a server, because this is a favorite example which I can take. This is a good example and my favorite example which I can take. So for example, we create a function to save data to a server. Now we just have to write the code like this, and instead of the console log statement, and instead of this also, means here you can say which code is getting executed. So instead of the console log statement, you can replace it with any kind of code, like the variable. You can write a variable, you can assign a variable, you can create it, and then you can log it into the console, and you can write the bunch of other statements. And I want to cover one more thing, guys. We cannot write console log statement inside console log statement, because it will show us an error. Now to practically show you the error, I will just erase this statement, and then I will try to log the console output. So again, let's log this console log with the statement hello world. Okay, now we have written this, so it will show us an error because it's not showing in the. It surely does output the hello world, but it thinks that we have to output some other variables or some other window also, like we have to output the console log also. So we have written this successfully. See what happens. It does not give you an error, but it gives you an unexpected result. It's not what you expect. Now let's close this. Now let's finish the video by concluding what we have learned. So in today's video we have learned about comments. In today's video we have learned about comments. The comments which help us to comments are the line of code which help other programmers and including us to understand what the code what's going on in the code, and it is ignored by the interpreter and by the browser. It does not get executed. As you might have seen in the console, the comments are not executed, and the correct way to write a comment is like this. Yeah, before ending the video, I want to show you a multi-line comment also in JavaScript, which is like this. So write this kind of syntax, and inside these two stars, in between these two stars, you can even create multiple lines, and then you can write the notes. So for example, more code goes here. Notice that the single line comment does not allow the next line. The single line comment does not allow the notes in the next line. So if we try to type in the next line, it will give us an error. It will think that this is also some sort of code, and surely our English words does not make much sense to the computer, so it will say that it's an error, or it's not defined. It will think of it as a variable, and it will say it's not defined. And comments are also useful for debugging the code. For example, if you want to debug this function, so let me create a sample function, one more here, function without any comments, or else we will get unexpected result. Functions. And now I will write some code. I will duplicate this code now. Now suppose any error came in this function. So if you want to debug if you want to check for if you want to experiment with the code, so, and if you want to erase or cancel it out for just some time temporarily, so you can do one thing with the keyboard shortcut. You can just select the code with the mouse and then use the keyboard shortcut control plus / on your keyboard. / it's near the spacebar key on the same key as in which the question mark symbol is there. Click on that key by pressing control and then the question mark or / key, and it will be commented out. This also works in HTML and CSS commenting. Thank you guys for joining in today's video, and I will see you in the next video. So be tuned in, and I will show you more amazing built-in JavaScript methods leaving the console log. So thank you guys and goodbye. I will see you in the next video.